he would attend.
De afspraken die ze voor die zondag hadden erna, die lieten ze lopen, die deden er niet meer toe. Want nog een dag met elkaar, dat was op een taalwaar en nergens te koop en ik kreeg het helemaal verpest. Maar dan weet u dat.
They walked and talked from Buchanan Street, then to a pub in Sear, nestled in Drury Street happily, till they drank all the Cola Cube beer.
Ze liepen en kletsten aan Buchanan Street en totaal in elkaar gevangen en verzonken, streken ze neer in de club in Drury Street, waar ze samen een Cola Cube bier dronken.
Your days and nights have rolled beautifully since then, and here to share their way, please welcome Sophie.
Jullie dagen en nachten zijn prachtig in elkaar overgegaan en vanaf dat moment, Sophie is hier om te delen hoe jullie samen gaan.
Sorry, just go on.
Yeah.
So, sorry to me to go on, because Marieke and Jay asked me to do this reading. At the end of my phone is Marieke and Jay's reading. Do not lose in capital letters. Because, of course, choosing the best friend being a sarcastic and dark humour tone, who collects red flags for their hobby and is talking leaderboard table for being disorganised was the obvious winning choice for this stage. Thanks, guys. So, alas, it is my personal honour to hopefully not trash this translation of their personalities and love together as they bind their lives legally and become the husband and wife power duo we should all hope to be aspiring to. As they poured over poems and previous speeches akin to some sort of sexist and understanding of the desire and passion Marieke has for social justice as expressed by Jessica Day, I hope you like feminist rants, because that's kind of my thing. And of course Jay's true love himself was expressed by really unruggedly handsome, aren't I? For the understanding as a couple and their constant reliance on quotes from Psych, I can't do this with you right now. And when one of them needs a break from a topic of conversation from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there's a bomb in the building. It's your butt. Your butt is the bomb. I don't believe they've overdone so much that it loses feeling in their butt. To their best adapted version of Marco Polo, where instead they call Marie and respond to Curie, because fuck the patriarchy, to describe their learning about each other's personalities, with Marieke discovering that the Glaswegians, clearly the ogres, really are like onions, they had layers. And to Jay finding out that the Dutch just don't do subtlety, much like Anya from Buffy. I was being patient, but it took too long. When trying to capture the lightning in a bottle of what makes them work as a couple, they talked about how they discussed everything, they talked about everything over, without judgment or fear of it, and tried to find the best way to accommodate each other. They talked about their shared humour and constant joking and inability to take life or anything in it too seriously. The love of fun, their shared hatred of turf, stories and patriarchy, but in the end they decided that honestly, it's the little things as always is when it comes to true love, isn't it? It's the carrying crackers in pockets in the event of inevitable hanger strikes and subsequent rage and tears. It's carrying water for the other when they start to resemble a dehydrated cadaver, whoever found that meaning to experiment on. It's leaving each other to their own devices and respecting their needed alone space and time, but knowing the other is always there. It's helping and counselling friends together as a team with unwavering love and using each other's strengths to navigate the problem at hand. It's evenings on the couch, it's homemade pizza and sitcoms. It's ignoring the tackling of their aptly mental health piles around the house until the time is right. They're never-ending in-jokes, bad or awesome, dancing, and merely just walking together. This led to their final quote, the one that they chose to sum up what works with them. It's a myriad of thousands of tiny invisible acts of love, kindness and friendship that make up what they like to call Team Awesome. The final words from the movie Stranger Than Fiction. As Harold took a bite of the Bavarian sugar cookie, he finally felt as if everything was going to be okay. Sometimes, when we lose ourselves in fear and despair, in routine and constancy, in hopelessness and tragedy, we can thank God for Bavarian sugar cookies. And fortunately, when there aren't any cookies, we can still find reassurance in a familiar hand on our skin, or a kind and loving gesture, or a subtle encouragement, or a loving embrace, or an offer of comfort, not to mention hospital gurnings and nose pods, and uneaten Danish and soft-spoken secrets. In Stratocaster, and maybe the occasional piece of fiction. And we must remember that all these things, the nuances and all these the subtleties, which we assume only accessorise our days, are in fact for a much larger and nobler cause. They are here to save our lives. I know the idea seems strange, but I also know that it just so happens to be true, and so it was a wristwatch, say Paddock Quick.
Can you try not to make it so okay? I'm already there too.
We don't cry.
Anna, you've got yours somewhere.
I have mine also.
Beautiful.
Dibs on being the one that makes boring chores more fun. Dibs on being the one who makes the hard times bearable and celebrate the good times. Dibs on being the one to send each other off to retreats to our respective corners. Of being the one to create space for creativity and reflection and growth. Dibs on being the one to share your day with, talking endlessly about everything and nothing. Dibs on being the one by your side, the one who has your back, your partner in crime, and your partner in chaos. Who applauds your awesomeness, your creativeness, your charm, your generosity, your silliness, and all your love. The one who, but also the one who rolls her eyes when you're up to something silly. Dibs on being the other half of Team Awesome, the one to support your growth. And dibs on all your current and future cozy jumpers. So again, I declare this.
So, yeah, double velvet, that's a great idea. When I started writing down within the hour, I'd accidentally written the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy worth of writing. So I thought I'd start again. And this time, I'd write something that wasn't just about me. Because as you rightly pointed out, you're part of this wedding too, and it isn't all about me. So with that in mind, vows are essentially a series of promises and expressions you strive to live up to, and these are mine. I promise to dance badly to whatever nonsense is playing when we're cooking dinner, getting ready for work in the morning, or even just having one of our unscheduled dance breaks in life. I promise to indulge in long and hard to keep track of lists of in-jokes, phrases, comedy routines, which become another language based on an ever-evolving gumbo of pop culture references. I promise to help you smash the patriarchy where I can and support people smashing established norms that make people feel less than because they don't fit into traditional life, family or gender norms. I promise to understand the importance of etymology because words matter, while still holding on to the understanding that literary evolution must be expected everywhere to grow and change as a society, not just in our understanding and expression, but also in our approach to it. I promise to never be a fucking Tory. And if I ever am, you should drop me like I dropped the DCEU when they released the Snyder Cut. I promise to try and grow, to learn, to change, and to keep finding better and kinder versions of myself. To be happy but never satisfied, and to always try to listen, express and understand, and to see things from your point of view. To always have your back, to bang the tambourine with you to be the lead singer, and to know when it's my turn to step up and let you step back. To believe in you, and myself, and in always in us. And most important of all, of everything in life, is never leave a brother hanging on the fist bone.
We can dance if we want to, we can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well they're no friends of mine. See, we can go where we want to, places they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. We can dance.
What you say?
We can go if we want to, night is young and so am I. And we can dress real neat from our hands to our feet and surprise them with a victory cry. Say, we can act if we want to, if we don't nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile. Say, we can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, we're doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking the chance. Safe to dance, oh it's safe to dance. Yes, it's safe to dance. We can dance if we want to, we've got all your life in mind. As long as we abuse it, never gonna lose it, everything will work out right. I say, we can dance if we want to, we can leave your friends behind. Because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well they're no friends of mine. I say, we can dance, everything's out of control. But we can dance, we're doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking a chance. Well, it's safe to dance, yes it's safe to dance. Well, it's safe to dance, well it's safe.
And I'm Chase Groomsman, or groomsperson, groomsmaid, whatever you want to call me. And we're going to get this party started right here, right now. It absolutely involves every single one of you to take part in this moment together. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that everybody's nice and warmed up and good voice tonight. Everybody's going to have a little hand clapping, a bit of feet stamping. Here are my Dutch people. Hands up. Hello, hello. Okay, so for those of you that are not aware of Scottish traditions, we have a couple of Scottish traditions. And that one of them is if I say Oggy, 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 you say oi, oi, oi. Let's go. Oggy, Oggy, Oggy. Oi, oi, oi. The second one is if I say hear we, you say
tender lips